get a wet board. What do you mix? 2 to 1, 3 to 1, what do you just put in there?
No. It's like 3 to 1. What? See the gravy?
We'll see how it works. We need if we need a creamier, we'll just add a little more on. Creamier.
I should close it to 1.
Grip of the trowel, okay? Get right underneath it. The most important thing about the grip is your thumb. Now, all the books will teach you that. Your thumb has to be right on top or right in this area. I like to keep it about right there. Because your wrist can't turn enough to spread mortar. But you have to be able to do this. See what I'm doing with my trowel? So when you spread mortar, I'm doing this. Or if I'm spreading for block work, you know, I can do this or this. So you got to be able to spin that trowel a little bit. Because that's why you'll see all the books, any mason. Now, a lot of times I get in trouble because older masons, they learned on their own, self-taught, they'll hold it like this and they can get away with it. But anybody that's been taught masonry by, let's not learn it on their own, by professional type mason, you have your hand right up underneath it and your thumb right there. Okay? We're going to do this. Let's see how that is.
Okay, putting on.
What I'm going to do is pick out the best side for the face. A new brick, the face is always different. You'll know it right away what the face of it is. All right, so what I do is I pick up that brick and you'll see me doing these things. I'm looking for a good face. I'm almost like and I do that relatively quick. So when you pick up the brick, your thumb's on the face of the brick. Fingers on the back. All right. You pick up the brick. Steve already, we laid brick down. I showed him. Okay, you pick it up, you get in this position, lay your brick in the mortar, and you cut forward all the time. Every time, unless you're in an awkward corner where you can't cut forward, you're always cutting forward like this. You don't scrape your mud off, and you don't do this. That's near the brick. So you always pick it and you cut it forward. Now, what you're going to see, he's going to see the back of the wall, but right here is going to be the face of the wall. That's what we're going to worry about, the face of the wall. This is the way I was taught. This is the way the book teaches it. The mason from England, as a doctor, he spread it exactly like me. You cut a little bit off, you kind of push it forward, get a nice little roll. Start right here real quick, pick it up, string it up. Mud's a wee bit hard to work with. It's a little bit different than regular. Maybe we add a little bit more lime to it or work a little better.
Why do you do that? Take it out, scoop it up, put it back down.
I'm going to tell you why we do that. The more even, remember when I was telling you up on the floor, the more even you spread your mortar, okay, that's how your bricks are going to lay. So I get a nice roll when it spreads it out nice and even. If you pick up your mortar like this and go, and you go like this, your bricks are all going to lay in that angle. So you want to spread it nice and even. And what I generally do is when I'm teaching this, I want to loosen up your wrist so you get the feel for this mortar. A lot of guys pick it up and that's fine too. They'll pick it up like this and spread it and throw it up. That's fine, that works. I like to teach it the way I was taught to do it. How most masonry books nowadays are teaching it. I need a little wee bit of water. We'll do that right away. All right. This is why you have to have the thumb right here. You see what I did? Then you furrow it out. This is going to leave room for that brick to squeeze into the mortar. When you furrow it out, you want it to hang out over whatever you have, the brick or whatever your wall is. Then you cut forward. Okay. Now I cut forward. Let's just start here at the end. And I'm going to look for areas that are kind of weak. And I may have to add a little bit of mud. Okay. Now what you want to do is consistently get the same amount on each side. As we get less here, the brick's going to tilt that way. So I have consistently the same amount of mud the whole way across whatever I'm laying on. So now you're going to get in this direction. I'm going to look for the best side of this brick, saying this is my face. I'm going to have my thumb on the face, fingertips are going in the back. I'm going to very gently, masons aren't big tough guys. The gentler the touch, the better off you are. I'm going to gently place this in the mud and I'm going to cut forward. See how nice and neat and clean, no smears. Everybody here can do that. I'm going to pick up my next brick. We'll look at, determine what side I want. And I don't expect you guys to be flipping them around like that either if you're going to learn. Now I'm going to put a joint on. Nice full head joint. So take it up against this brick, squeeze it up to about a 3/8 inch joint, cut forward, cut the top, off. Everything, every time I do anything, tap it, whatever, I cut forward. That keeps a nice, neat, clean brick. Not only that, I'm using this edge of the trowel, the straight edge, that brick, to this board, or whatever I'm laying on. Because the next course will be the same thing. I'll pick up the next brick, look at it. I do it much quicker when I'm laying brick. Okay? I cut forward again. We'll just lay 3 out there. So anytime I touch it, I cut it forward, make sure it's flushed up with whatever's down below. Okay? It's a little bit hard to work with.
Brick hammer?
Yeah, it was in the
It's
bucket.
in the bucket right there.
Yeah, okay, here it is. I need to cut a brick. So we're going to build, I don't know, here's what you would see. You build your corners up first when you're building anything. And you would see this, okay, the next brick you'd start this way. But I don't have enough room to do all that, so I'm just going to put a half, basically a half. Get my safety glasses on while I'm doing this. Okay. And to get a decent half, usually all you have to do is pop it right here. This hammer here is basically the cut brick. If I'm just going to, I'm going to use this as the half, this end of it. So I'm just going to hit it right there and get my half. Because this is the part I'm going to use. I could use that right there, all right? So the next course is going to be exactly the same thing again. That's better not. I'm going to turn it in this direction, spread it out. Let's hang up a little bit. And remember, this is the side of the wall I'm looking at. See, when I say cut forward, I'm still cutting forward. Even if I throw it this way, let it hang out over the wall, cut it forward. Then the very next course, just set that brick right down the mortar, cut it off, tap it down to wherever you think is about a 3/8 inch joint, cut it off again, make sure this brick's flushed up to this, here. Now I'm doing this without a level. I'm just showing you basic, because if I start leveling plumbing, we'll be here all day. So I'm going to lay up just a part of a corner without a level. Alright, I'm going to start my next joint on there. And you'll hear masons do that a lot. do this every time, okay? What I'm doing, you'll lay a nice, neat, clean brick. I'm cleaning all the excesses off. Now remember, when I would be doing this, I would be leveling and plumbing every course. I level it, plumb it, straight edge in between. This is way ahead of you because for her, all she's going to do is lay a few bricks. Now you're looking at the back of the wall here, it's going to be very rough. Okay? Once you come over here, look at the front of the wall, especially there. Okay? The next course is exactly the same way again.